Well, good afternoon. I've completed my morning slash day of work, and I've decided to do this here video. I didn't put any planning into this, so you're gonna have to bear with me as I pretty much literally freestyle this one. But I did think about this at least long enough. Not more than maybe an hour or two. I thought about this long enough to where I think I wanted to address it in such a way that it was even thumbnailed. What up, Centered? Good to see you. I'm not going to be doing too much deviating into the chat, but sometimes I can't help it. You know, it's always been, see, Fal's brother, as you can see, from when this all started years ago, I've always enjoyed seeing those of you that pop in and saying my little shout outs. Okay? Thinking about, well, my dear Creek Squad explanation here. There's some things that I'm just going to get off my chest. I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I don't have Red Bull in my system. I just had a long day's work that started at 6 in the morning, broken freezer, repairing, hard labor, blah, blah, blah. Here goes nothing. I have some things just I think I need to address. First off, let me open up this statement. What's up, Corrupt Man? Shout out Bloodhound Nation. I went on Uncle Will's panel. I think it was yesterday. Forgive me, the days melt together when you work your ass off for a living. And when I was on, respectably, I want to say, like, I've never had an issue with Uncle Will throughout all these years. There was a time where I think we had like an unspoken respect for one another, but no matter what happened, we both know we're adult enough, mature enough. Thankfully, there's somebody that I can actually attribute some of these abilities to. We're both mature enough men. We are adults. I know I look freakishly young, but I am a 40-year-old man. And he's a man, an older fella himself. He's been around. We both have this understanding that we do not agree on everything. When I was on that panel and I briefly looked through the chat, and I did tell him, like, instead of just holding it in, because you know how I roll, I say what I need to say, even if I regret it later. I said, I'll be honest, I'm a little nervous. Why? Because I saw a lot of old names. The names that used to be here after those first couple days that led into the 3-4 months where I was known as pretty much, a Creek squatter. I was inundated and accepted, and it was amazing. It was inspiring. I still remember the pink cloud, the high that I had. It reminds me of, like, probably how Gobble feels now and again, because he's been through this a few times now, where he's been accepted and kicked out, accepted. Right now, I think he's feeling that same hype. I'll never forget it. The next day, on my way to work, I just felt compelled to go live, and 2,000 people are in there, all telling me and offering me all kinds of things, help, equipment. People were offering to do free work for me, help me build an empire, and all I was smitten with was how amazing, how inspiring it was that a community was so open and receptive to take me, a stranger. The only thing that was known about me was I went after a creep named Tony Dodge. People found it funny. Mr. Upchurch, Ryan Upchurch, his mother Patty, who I still adore. I don't know if she still likes me anymore because Gobble blocked me, and I could care less about that. You know, my convictions stay where they are. I still do adore Patty, and I don't think she ever deserved the crap she was given. But I digress. The inspiration I had when everybody was flooding in, I'll never forget, and I think I remember one of the names, like, I'm really going back here. I think it was Jasmine, Not Enough, and I Heart Joy. Those were some of the names that I saw in Uncle Will's chat when I was on panel. I remember one of them said at the very beginning of the chat, "Where is everybody?" And the other one said, I think this was Jasmine, just wait. And then boom, 200, 800, 1,000, 1.5, 2,000 people, and all I did was hit the live button on my phone from the inside of my car outside of my job. So there's a huge thank you, obviously. I had to take myself out mentally of feeling indebted, because you can't live feeling indebted to somebody else all their lives. This is something that I struggle with understanding, or maybe it helps me understand. Cashville, for example. People speculate a lot. I mean, I think to the core, he's got a good heart, right? But people speculate certain things and they're not hiding it, right? He's also had his issues on and off with Creek Squad in and of itself, where he's a snake or he's not. What 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 matters, at least now, I think he's all right and he's trying his best to do what's best. But I guess what I'm trying to say as I go through the cast of characters that is in this corner of the internet known as Creek Squad is simply that, look, nobody is without their flaws. I'm sure, I know I've said things that have been absolutely maybe hurtful, and I understand it. I don't fully understand people that get so intense regarding their celebrity that they appreciate, be it a musician or an actor. I mean, I've seen all kinds of appreciation, and I remember when I was in it, it was sacred. You literally couldn't say a single critical thing about Ryan Upchurch. That was the only thing that ever made me uncomfortable, and that discomfort built over time. And I remember the first even hint that I had something somewhat negative to say. Man, oh man, did I ever feel it and see it? I got to see it in real time. Subscribers fleeing, or the pissed off and offended comments. That's a subject in and of itself that I think people need to reflect on and think about. Is it really all right? Let me give an example real quick. Bear with me. I promise this all goes somewhere, and at least this will be behind me, and then all of us can focus on whatever the future holds, which is a lovely thing. It's a blessing to even be here in the now, and I wouldn't trade anything for the experience I had, no matter the bad taste that was left in my mouth. A lot of good came out of it too, and it was a wild ride. It's a story I can tell. Right now, a lot of people are dogging Triple T. It's popular to do so. It's funny to do so. I think right now he could be considered low-hanging fruit. Hell, it's kind of hilarious to watch him looking all depressed on his streams that sometimes get deleted, removed, and then put back. The man looks miserable, and the things are being said. Did he lose his job because of his online shenanigans or not? Blah, blah, blah. All I know is that man looks rugged, and I think I feel bad, but people also bring shit upon themselves. I brought shit upon myself when I endeavored to go this route without any idea what I was doing. And I got my just desserts, for sure. There were people that made sure I felt some form of discomfort for years. So with that being said, if people are gonna dog Triple T for all of those things, for this recording, and I dogged him on Uncle Will's chat, and I'll dog him here. That is some scummy ass shit to record somebody, even if it's somebody that some people exclaim is a quote unquote snake, whatever. That means this man held insurance on somebody he treated as a friend for 8 months, and then tried to say, oh, it was my wife that recorded you. Meanwhile, he's the one that decided to hit the play button to share it with everybody. So pause in your mind as you hear these words. You didn't like that. You thought that was skeezy, correct? Yes or no? Now, as you think about that answer, I ask this. Those of you that are big Johnny Gobble Dagburn fans, did he or did he not have a history? Even though I do truly believe they were different circumstances. Him and his wife, God bless her, they wore a wire, right? And they were boastful and proud of that. I don't know enough, but I know enough, kind of a thing here. They did that because of the desperation during their addiction, But these are the things that people have gone on to say. It's it makes him a rat. What's up, Fox? Hello. I'll be looking into the chat soon, I promise. I need to get some things out, though. Like something that I don't know if it's an inconsistency or hypocrisy. So, if what Triple T did was shitty, and if people still dog on Dagburn for that, wearing a wire, and it's snitch shit, Creek Squad, I ask, again, remember, nobody's infallible. You can support somebody with all your heart and mind, but I ask, can you be honest with yourself? If it brings you to a truth that you maybe don't want to face, so justify this for me if you can. Ryan Upchurch has recorded people at the time that believed they were his friends, true or false. I believe the answer is yes, he did, unequivocally, without question, and released them. So, if it's bad when Triple T does it, if it's bad when Dagburn does it, is it still bad when Ryan Upchurch decides to do it, even if they ended up being ops somewhere down the line? Is it any different? Do we have consistency across the board, or do we not? Are you able to call something for what it is, or do you have to truly act like you drank some Kool-Aid? I mean no disrespect. I do intentionally make a distinction of Creek Squad, and yes, I make a hashtag separately, normally, for a Crack Squad. Crack Squad to me is Martin Speaks, okay? Martin Speaks is Crack Squad. What's his name? Neville or Canadian Carl, who is literally slandering Cashville's name into the mud, and I saw this live. It was god-awful and painful to watch. That man who goes around, I think there was a arc where he was saying Ryan Upchurch is Jesus. That's Crack Squad to me. You understand? I hope I'm making the distinction very clear. Creek Squad to me are die-hard loyal fans, but are also not afraid to speak what they believe to be the truth. So anybody that was on Ryan's IG that were upset he canceled a tour, being the big fans they are, I don't think they automatically become disloyal ass whatever and earned the FU that Ryan Upchurch decided to give them as a result. I know people will stretch as far and wide as they can to let the person know that they appreciate so much. And when it comes to music, we have a great appreciation for, everything based on the impact their music that they've shared from inside their soul with us. That we feel indebted to them. So I understand the comments that say, hey, do what you have to do. We're always going to be here for you. But can you not on the same token understand, on the flip side of the coin, can you not understand the other people that were just as loyal for as long as you were or are, that were just upset that they made all these plans and had to cancel them suddenly because Upchurch just had a moment, an unfortunate moment where he felt he just had I'm not going to say tantrum, you call it whatever you will, I'll just call it a moment where he said, okay, the tour is over, screw it. So again, that is my distinction between Creek Squad, okay? As long as you can be loyal and enjoy everything about it. I love the community. It's amazing, inspiring. I'll never forget that inspiration. I actually felt for those 4 months that anything was possible. And together, we all worked together. Even though I learned later it was not the right or smart thing to do, well, I mean, the person I'm talking about would disagree, but I shared with all of you in the very packed chat at that time, years ago, the name of somebody I grew up with, because I missed her, I was scared for her, and I just knew she was in prison. I gave you guys her name, and just like that, like beautiful synergy and magic, y'all showed me that with unity, beautiful things are possible, and you guys found her. You found her in like almost less than 24 hours, and I'm still thankful for that. I know since I remember I got, for one, let's not forget, I got called out for apologizing to somebody nobody in Creek Squad liked. Then, after I felt that push, I started to actually go to that chat and stopped hiding inside the chat and commented openly and freely because I didn't like the feeling of it being weaponized, that I wanted to go anywhere to hear any different perspective, no matter what. And that's me being true to me at the expense of people that were supporting me. I can't be not true to myself and have people supporting me. You understand? If I'm lying about who I am and how I am, and I'm allowing you to believe that that is who I am, just to keep the numbers at a pace or a rate that is satisfactory to me, then shame on me, not shame on you. And I had to come to the conclusion to forfeit what anybody thought of me mattering. And I went through a lot of other shit too. That's an old story. Entire communities going after me, doxing, and everything that comes with that. Sharing stuff about my family, finding what they can, being followed around no matter where I went. I've told this story many times. I'll make it brief. I went to this one channel and I was just talking with this woman at the time. I forget who she was. Um, she was making Thanksgiving dinner with her daughters in the kitchen. She was a comedian, and I think she's still pretty successful. Bless her heart, she was a sweetheart. We were talking about collaboration, and this spooked me to the core, and I'll never forget it. Her phone rang, because she was saying Progressive Patriot. Her phone rang, her daughter looked into the phone, looked absolutely befuddled, like she was like, kind of completely confused, and then walked over to her mother and said, "Look at this." The mother, who I was just talking to while she was stuffing a turkey, read that phone, and then 2 minutes later, I was a ghost. She did not say a word to me in that chat. So that degree, that level, I dealt with for a spell. And I understand that there's large groups that haven't forgotten or don't want to forget, or they want to keep me in this box that makes it easier to keep things black and white. It's easier to dislike or like somebody. It's not easy to try to understand or look at nuance or layers, a topic I love talking to Mr. Seafowls about, because people don't like the gray area that is life, which is insane work to me. Not that I put it down. Hey, more power to you if you can simplify things to make them easier to understand. But life is full of a lot of gray areas. There's so many circumstances. Is this action good or bad? Why am I doing A and B when the goal is C? There's such a... Can I really even describe life in this singular sentence? You know how complex it is. There are the things that we know that will forever be right. There are the things that we know will forever be wrong. And then there's a gray area where, depending on the circumstances, if I have to hurt person A to save my loved one, person B, you'll understand, right? But you do see the nuance. There's still people that love person A. And then, of course, I went through my whole passage, or my time, I guess, if you will, where I felt that the group as it was, once I helped get myself outed because I spoke up and I made it kind of personal. I didn't mean to make it personal, but I felt nobody else was saying some of the things that I believed were worth saying out loud and calling out. Because at the end of the day, the truth is something to me. If you want to talk in absolutes and black and white, well then the truth to me is an absolute that is always worth getting to. There is, of course, always going to be at some point that curveball, that left turn that says, well, if you go this far to get the truth, there will be consequences. Now, is it worth it? Ultimately, if it is your end-all be-all goal, do you want to really run across all the stages and pop on that flag to save the princess? Do you know what you have to go through to get that goal? Try to make a Mario kind of metaphor or analogy. So I hope that's understood. So Creek Squad, please know My intention was never to hurt any of your feelings. This is not an apology. I did my apology tour, and I wish I could take a lot of those apologies back. There are some that are set in stone, and I'll forever regret. There was amazing people who were like, just, it felt like ride or die. Like, I felt like I could give the word, and people would absolutely do almost anything. And it's one of those reasons I'm critical of people with large platforms. No matter who you are, no matter who you ride with, who you're affiliated with, or what you represent, there should be some level of accountability, while understanding that groups are going to do whatever they want, and that's to a degree out of our control. But anybody that can take some sort of a leadership role and understand that they have influence, I think there should be, to a person that has to judge for themselves if it's right or wrong, to have a positive or somewhat concerned influence to tell a large group of people, hey, please be careful. I wouldn't want anybody to get in trouble, hurt, or, you know what, don't misrepresent me. It'll reflect bad on me. Something like that. I don't know if I've covered everything I wanted to cover. I didn't finish my Red Bull. What's up, Martin's daddy? BSR, what's up, man? Cooler than polar bear's toenails. Oh, hey, while we're here, guys, Martha, do you know he goes on Rumble and his background is just a picture of my face, right? It's just a picture of my face. And I only saw this, it was clipped. There's a lot of people that hate that, man, which is no secret. There are people I don't even know who they are. They're in the troll game. They're sending me stuff, or I'll find it elsewhere posted. But he was talking about something unrelated to me, but I'm on his screen like somebody's wallpaper on a phone, and it just looks like he's doing a whole show, and it's just my face staring right into his. That's disturbing. That's creepy. I don't know what that's about, Martha. I tried to start a beef with you. I'm not trying to go in any other direction. We're not playing Brokeback fucking Line Cook Mountain here, okay? Whatever that was about, my door is closed to you. You are disturbing, and I see that right now you got a bone. Oh, we know about the bone, Martha. No, you my co-host made a joke. You find it incomprehensible, inappropriate, and you are gonna run that all the way through so you can cancel him or something. That's your gripe with my friend, and I can tell you, my friend Josh is a good man. Okay, he is. I don't want to tell you his personal life shit. Let me just say he does all the roles that you fail at. Let me put it that way. He is all of those things, and far more. He works way harder. He has respect for your work, by the way, even though you don't deserve it, because he was a line cook once upon a time. But he does some of the hardest construction in the world, and yeah, I would just say, go ahead, Martha, watch out. He will school your ass. He'll pwn your ass. And the reason I think his face is so damn red, aside from him being an absolute maniac, that dude is always drinking some pre-workout, and after his days at construction, he goes and works out. So Martha, you go fuck with him. Go roll up or something. Go get triple T'd. Okay, so Martha aside, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna keep on doing what I do. I enjoy having fun. I appreciate those of you that find your way here and don't fully just me. Wait, Just in Time is in charge of the freak-offs. Just in Time, is this the truth or not? Is Just in Time kind of like crashing out, or am I seeing clips out of context? Because I've been seeing that live get shared by at least 3 different people. And for one, he's breaking one of the YouTube cardinal rules, okay? Just in Time, sir. Do not, I repeat, sir, hat, hair, and all, okay? Do not drink and live. It's not gonna turn out good for you, okay? Some of the dumbest shit that I didn't even think was possible happened because I got too much liquid courage in me. Then at one time, I mixed that with a little THC, and son, I had one of the most humiliating moments of my YouTube life ever. I know it's cool. We all like to get together, have a few drinks, and there's a time and a place. But if you're on a place or a show that's supposed to be promoting the independent artist, this is where my gripe with the Triple T Rundown show is in its entirety. It's supposed to be about the music. We're supposed to stay focused, but I think almost collectively that entire channel and every individual has nearly shot themselves in the foot, because they're starting to become more about the drama, he said, she said bullshit, where you at, Limp Bizkit, and people are going there to see the crash outs now. Don't be a locale. You have potential. You're in a position to do some amazing things. Don't, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't want to see anybody have a downfall. And I think this would be the appropriate live to say, hey, yo, man, Ryan Upchurch and Ryan Upchurch's fans, I don't want to see him have an entire downfall either. You know, I'm actually still grateful to him, believe it or not. I'm rooting for him to do right. Yes, I'm guilty of wanting or wishing to see him say sorry for something once. Following him for 4 years, I've never seen him apologize ever. I wish he would, you know, when enough facts are provided, but I know when I talk this way, some people write that off. Oh, that's hater. That's haterade right there. Look at him hating, opposite of simping. I don't understand that. That's not what I'm trying to get across at all. I'm trying to be sincere, and I'm trying to make sure that sincerity kind of bleeds through from me and goes through this screen and hits you where it's supposed to. I want him to succeed. That would be great for the people in his life. I hope that he mends the bridges with his real friends that he's had for 20 plus years. I hope him and his family get things right. I would love to see him become a success story. I would love to see him mature and be wise and deliver amazing music again. That's it. That's all. But I am, no matter who it is, there is no individual that is held to any level of being sacred or on a pedestal that I won't have a critique for if they earn a critique. And I hope everybody would share in that kind of that sentiment. Sorry, I just saw Martha should see a therapist. Would somebody clarify? I mean, I don't need a clarification. I don't know if I should have gone on the computer or not, but I've learned when I use StreamYard, there's no notifications. I do have a clip of him, literally, he's talking about some other topics, nothing to do with my face, but he's staring into my eyes. It's a still image of me, and he's just he's just doing his show, staring at me, bro, like, what the fuck? Okay, what do you got? No, not a. What do I do? It's a booger. Well, I guess I'm done. This booger. Let's see. Yeah, I'm never gonna live it down. M. Chapman. Thank you for pointing that out. I will put my head in the sand. I'll never take it out. I'm gonna hide my channel. No, I'm gonna delete my channel as a result. That was should I? Oh, does this mean I should do something? So, an honest question, and I appreciate it. Cold Sore Mountain, I like your name. Let me take a sip of some Red Bull before I answer. The entire reason that I supported PBR is because I saw him as somebody that was taking on a lot of people that went off of YouTube, right? I absolutely hated what he did when he made that website. See, you can kind of, I guess, if you want to even use the word support, you can watch somebody and you remember, you're not co-signed. You're not signing a contract when you watch somebody. Doesn't mean I approve of every single damn thing he did. I also despised, with every core of my fiber, the last live he did. We don't talk outside of YouTube. I'm trying to remember. I think I've sent him an email maybe like a couple emails, like 2 or 3 in the years, but all I the sole thing was I couldn't believe that one person was able to take on so many people, because at that time I felt completely overwhelmed, not prepared for the attention I got. I was, I'm trying to make another metaphor and analogy of something like some sort of animal that had no idea, you know, I was cornered and I didn't know how to deal with it. So watching him, he would pick out names from the chat and just call them out and take them to town, make his videos, and nothing knocked him off the path. That is what I supported about him. Okay, when it comes to other narratives or stories, I don't know shit. I don't know shit about it. I don't know what's true or false. But as far as it goes in how he handled his self on somewhat of a daily when he was active, yeah, I it was something I needed to see for myself so that I could apply it for myself to continue to go life. And I hope that makes, I mean, shit. That's, I think, the best way I can make sense of it. A deer in a liquor store. That's one way to put it. Oh yeah, I know that wasn't meant to actually help me, but it did. Deer in headlights is absolutely what I was looking for. But bull in a china shop, or in my case, I've worked at liquor stores. Deer slash bull, mutated bull. No, a Martha's forehead in a china shop. Damn it. That's Josh, by the way. He's laugh reacting. I had to send him some pictures of Martha commenting, because Martha 100% believes that he's got my buddy Josh canceled because of I won't deny, because of a joke he said. I did not fucking like the joke. My response to the joke in the moment was, oof, wrong crowd, yeah. And I take almost some of the blame, because some dude named Valor had a terrible comment that was a joke. Somehow, it should have been considered worse, but reading it just wasn't. And then he made the joke. I didn't like the joke. Whatever. Martha thinks that's enough. That's the bone I was talking about. He thinks he has, I'm thinking He-Man here. I have the power. I got everything I need to take down that dastardly stuck in the middle, Josh and Eli. If you want to come at me because I didn't laugh at a joke or got nervous about one, I don't know, go to the fucking source, you damn coward. Why are you commenting to me about it? Josh is an adult. Now I'm repeating myself. He can explain himself. Believe it or not, Josh is also, outside of what he does for a living, an actor. He's been in short movies, independent films, and he's been in the comedian circles way back when. So, do what you will with that. Oh, let me run this by you before I forget, guys. Thanks for sticking around this long. And I don't think I should say some of this shit out loud, but remember, I'm making a whole point about not giving a shit, so if I started now, it'd be a super bad look. Charlie D, or aka Chucky Diddles, right? We're over at Stuck in the Middle Studios. We are carefully reviewing all of the lolcows over here on this corner of the internet. So with your help, you can be a part of the solution. I saw, what was it, Neville or Canadian Carl? I don't know what the hell it is. He's a bizarre duck. And then we got Mr. Diddles, and then somebody outside of Creek Squad, because Josh made the request, Wings of Redemption, and of course Martha is our top lolcow. But you guys, please feel free to let me know. Shut up, Josh. Shut up. Okay. My God, he just texted me a paragraph and a half. Alright, so feel free to let me know. Or, out of the people I've mentioned, if you have clips of any of these individual lolcows, Chuck Diddles, or the Canadian Carl guy who's insane. Oh yeah, what's his channel? I don't want to say, is it Something Truth? I finally found his channel and I've been looking for it. We want to cover this shit and we want to deliver it to a whole other audience. I hate talking about numbers, but for this, and because it's not my channel, Stuck in the Middle, when we came back, that return episode, We exceeded our expectations. That's a thanks to all of you. We just show up. That's it. God, thank you so much. We doubled our numbers with that last episode. So we're going to keep on, when we identify what we think you guys love, okay? We enjoy just having the fun. We're going to keep on milking these teats. What can I say? We're going to milk these teats until the milk, well, right before it goes sour, okay? And since I work dairy sometimes at my job at Applebee's as a line cook, according to scholars, I know when that milk will sour. So, yeah. And yes or no, do you think I should share some of Square Work Media's like greatest hits? Good idea or bad idea? Yeah, Carl is a freaking nutcase. He calls himself the chosen one because I really thought that progressive. You know what, Fox? I gotta correct you. So, funny story. I'll keep it brief. Story time. When I was a child, I was not lactose intolerant. I was just allergic to actual real milk. So, for years, from ages, I don't know, 1 or baby to 10, I had to drink soy milk. Fucking sucked, man. I felt so uncool. I couldn't eat pizza like a lot. I could barely eat it. Ice cream, couldn't eat ice cream. What a childhood, right? Deprived. And this soy milk, which always looked strange to me, it had a little bird, one of those birds that do the flippy wings real fast. I don't know what the hell they're called. You know what I mean, though. They're really pretty little birds on the frickin' carton, right? I forget what they're called. It doesn't matter. Fruit bird or something. So every time, when I went to my friend's house in New York, I would ask my friends and their parents, do you guys have the bird milk? It's an old story. If you've been around the channel for a minute, that's not a new one to you, but I was the kid going around to his friends' houses at the dinner table or the breakfast table if it was a sleepover, saying, ooh, no, do you have the bird milk? Hey, what's up, Sneaky? What, okay, what he mentioned me, but what did he say? In all honesty, like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this soy. Tell me about it, man. I'm so glad I can drink the real deal now, and even better, I can showcase the real milk of YouTube without cause or worry. I should say without concern of contracting any allergic reaction. So, I guess with the mention, I think it's a lot to ask of you. I mean, you're just able to comment. Oh, what did he say? Type it all out for me in a fucking paragraph. That's ridiculous. So I'm not gonna put you on the spot. Feel free to comment, I guess, if you want. Let me know. My IG, I don't even care anymore. It's just an IG. It's been a great means to talk to like other channel creators. You'd be surprised. You'd really be surprised. Only, I'm not one of those scumbags that'll fucking do a tell-all. And go on and on and on. I will just share my opinion about shit, and if that's controversial, well, okay. Not for you, thicker skin required. Damn it, I was just on. Oh, yeah, the Eli from 84. He just mentioned you saying you were blocked by one. Oh, well, Bangladesh. So I was blocked by one of his mods, and it wasn't his intention. Okay, well. See, unlike individuals I've covered in this live stream, by the way, you guys are MVP champions for sticking around this long. I apologize if well, I can't apologize for something if it was perceived in a wrong way, but I guess I'll just say, yeah, I'm sorry that I assumed that it was as a result of me asking questions and playing Gotcha Man's video. If I was wrong on that, I'm wrong on that, and I'll stand on that and own up to it. My bad. I will still have the questions asked open, and without, a final answer, those questions are going to linger because that is how I roll. I am always going to go around and even if it becomes unpopular. I didn't even want to go here, but current administration, let's get political for just a second. Trump administration wants us to believe that we were kind of psyoped, and all of a sudden, the Hillary Clinton, even though he accused them of being on the list, they were responsible for the Epstein list, right? Why am I telling this story? Why did I go here again? I think I was gonna connect this to something, but now I think I entirely fucking full brain fart. This is YouTube's fault. This is all your fault. I don't know where I was gonna go with this. So on that note, I'm glad I got that out. You Red Fox, he wasn't been there for a while. Dabber and kept ignoring the Hey, he was ignoring the question. Wait, DC4L. I think native been using it. Oh, man, alt accounts. That's a whole other bag of. I don't know if I want to just write it off as insanity. Oh, I think I knew the point I was gonna make. Sorry, this is the Red Bull. Me just asking questions, okay? Like, despite all of us feeling that maybe it's like against our MAGA code or whatever you want to call it, it's against our patriotic, like, this country hasn't felt as patriotic as it is right now for a very long time. We're proud of that. So it's uncomfortable, it's nerve-wracking that we feel we have to continue to remind and ask the questions and then be told something is something that we know it is not. And I mentioned that, the entire reason I mentioned that in the first place was because I did play Gotcha Man's video, which did have the footage that I thought upset Dagburn regarding the Cash App shit, right? I thought bringing that up was maybe something that his camp and him and maybe, God forbid, Patty did not appreciate. But I'm gonna say, I have to say what I believe. I can't be fake to you guys because I'm not gonna be fake. Period. I'm not gonna be a liar. Lying to you is lying to me. So I'm just saying I don't believe that there was an edit or anything. I think that was genuine, but that shit doesn't matter. I understand people call reactors people that just rehash old beefs, but sometimes old beefs have unresolved issues and there's residual questions left as a result, and that's still going to be a question because I wasn't, and nobody has to go out of their way to give me an answer that's satisfactory. I can live my life and die and never know the answer to this. But, yeah, I don't think that that's true, that he edited the Cash App to look that way. I just don't. I don't believe that. And that's okay. You know what matters? They've wrapped it up, and they are where they are now. What's up, Bass Girl, sweetheart? That's a real one right there, okay? Bass Girl has been here thick and thin, and sometimes there are days that go by where I feel I haven't done enough for that sweetheart right there. She's an amazing woman. She's been around through it all, and you know what? Sometimes this woman is right about things that we don't even think in the present until so much time has passed. Kia or a Bass Girl, you are a gift to mankind. And this is the appreciation I have for the people that have stuck around with me for as long as you have. I know it's not your intention, but you've impressed me. You've inspired me. Some of the comments I get, this is why I love the engagement, the comments in a live chat, or especially after reading feedback. It just feels like it feeds this purpose that I have, and this may be a hobby, but it's something I'm passionate about, and I can't express my gratitude in any better terms than how I've worded it right here, right now. Austin's cat is still pregnant. Are you kidding me right now? It's still pregnant? Austin, I think, I may be wrong. If we're talking about Austin Reacts, like, these are people that used to support me, man. And, like, T-Dam, that's another one. Not enough. I remember she asked me to put closed caption on my videos way back. And see, I remember these little details because I don't want to start making it sound like I glaze everybody so much. I just remember because y'all do end up meaning a lot to me, because who's the person on the screen that hits the button if you're not here, right? Nobody. Do we even exist? If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to TikTok it, did it even really fall? So when it comes to this social media platform crazy shit, we're nothing without your support, your feedback, whether it's a watch out of hate, love, or indifference. That's something I'm proud to, write off and maybe end it there and say, thank you guys. Thank you for going out of your way, even if you feel there was a time, if you felt like I betrayed you and you were able to just ask me questions. You can ask me anything, and I will never give you anything short of the full, honest to God truth. Because I owe that not just to you, I owe that above all else, I owe that to me. I'm not gonna, life is too damn short. Things can happen on the flip of a dime, just like this chaos theory. I didn't intend for it to hit the ground. Went over the table, hit the ground. That to me is an example of how easy we can not wake up tomorrow. The unexpected can happen. Murphy's Law. If it can happen, it will happen. So that's why I may not feel like I'm living my life to its fullest potential, but I can't give anything less than my entire sincere self on here if I'm gonna bother with it at all. So, hey, Voices. Oh, man. See, I love Voices Behind the Wall with a passion. She is someone that has been around to also inspire me. She's been holding it down. That's an awesome channel. Please subscribe to Voices Behind the Wall. By the way, if you haven't, she is always going to get to the bottom of anything. Literally, there's nothing she cannot do. She has proven it time and time again. She has some of the most amazing people in her family, and I've only been honored enough to meet a few. And I remember these crazy small details about people that I may or may not ever see again, but everybody collectively has left such an impression on me, and it's so profound. It's bigger than to me, it's bigger than Mr. Beast and his empire and what he's reached and making billions of dollars. To me, just feeling that I've made any kind of impact or persuaded somebody to think in a certain way they didn't think of in the moment, to think differently or have a different perspective, and in turn you doing the same for me, that is bigger, and I am so much more thankful for that than something like money. I wouldn't even make a lot if I monetized every single video, but I don't give a shit about any of that. This is really, I'm in it for this, the engagement. I love it. And I can't wait to start bringing more material that makes y'all laugh. I proposed an idea to Josh at Stuck in the Middle today, and I don't want to give too much away. Maybe some things are best left as a surprise, but you know what? I'm going to spoil you since you made it here. You got this cap? You do, don't you? You were there for Ivan L. when he came into the studio. If that's who I think it is. Oh, Jesus H. from Latter-day Saints. I was about to... Oh, yeah. So, Martin always had... What, Martin Speaks, right? I was like, yo, Josh, check this out, man. Martin Skits. So, the idea is I imagine myself or Josh, we would reinvent or parody one of the iconic moments where Martin makes a complete tool/literal ass of himself. And I'd even get like a bald head and like a faux beard and all that. I'd go full committed here and do a skit. And you can't do a skit with just one person. I mean, you can, but I prefer having someone to kind of play off of. And I'm tickled, excited to give that a shot. One thing I've always wanted to do that I've never been able to do is do skit comedy. And what better opportunity right now? And look at the material. Imagine me explaining to you how 700 is an odd number. Or, getting up and showing you all my ass. Especially after you demand it and calling me the F-A-G word. Come on, get up, F-A-G, and show us your ass. Oh, well, when you put it like that, let me just, you're never going to live that one down. I loved his response during the phone call. Why would you even ask me that? You're thinking about buttholes, dude. What? No, Martin, I was literally wondering why a grown-ass man would share his butthole with about 60 to 80 other men. And then Josh played the perfect song during that segment, which is basically, yo, it's not gay if it's just a bunch of bros doing some bro shit. So just think of the possibilities. Actual. Oh, wait, what? Doing a church sermon is. Oh, God. I would actually, Red Fox, I would study his mannerisms just well enough to try and do exactly what you say. See, this is the synergy I'm talking about. The idea is it's a free flow, and this is a great opportunity. If you want to see some of your own ideas come to fruition, I will happily be the vessel that puts himself out there and either succeeds or bottoms out and fails. Bottoms out was a poor choice of words given the context here. So, hey, Just Sherry, what's up? Say I got popsicles in the cellar. Oh, man. What's up, Nikki? I give you. That's what the cool people are doing right now. Yep, it's big PP here. You know, I actually got so disturbed, but I did not think of the initials when I made this name. By God, I was so busy. Oh, look at think of the unity, and this was before AOC and all before the progressives went fucking dog shit crazy. This is when Bernie Sanders, when I supported Bernie Sanders. Oh God, everybody canceled me. Then I went MAGA, and I was like, oh my God, I need a name that encompasses that the two outliers could work together. Oh, well, pipe dream, mistake, boom. But then the worst part came. Oh my God, look, my initials are PP. And everybody that refers to me on their podcasts and channels. Hey, you guys see PP today? Yeah, I saw PP. Yo, what about OPP? Yeah, you know PP. Oh, man. So, I was disturbed so much that I changed my name on StreamYard from Progressive Patriot to Big PP. See, I'm gonna be that guy that overshares. Krupp, refuse and refuse forever, man. I gotta go. The next time I'm on somebody's panel, look at the name. You will see Big PP. At least it's not Martin's butthole, right? There's always that. All right, I think YouTube is radio. What's that YouTube headquarters? Go on. I've said Martha's butthole too many times. I do apologize. What's that? You'll never monetize my channel again. Well, what if I do it manually? Martha is really the worst thing you have, and you can't quite get rid of him. You're counting on me to chase him off? That's a tall ask. How about, alright. YouTube, switch my places with Mr. Beast, but let him keep all the drama and I'll just take the money. How's that sound? What's that? He's some scumbag elite Illuminati piece of shit? Alright, fuck it. I'll just keep doing what I do. You guys are useless. Sorry, that was YouTube HQ. That was very, very important. Little PP, yo, you know me. Hey, little PP, yeah, you know me. Wait, how do you know me? Damn it. Stop looking into my gallery, bro. Stop hacking into my, what do you guys call it? The cloud. Shit. Alright. I think I've said all I need to say. Anyone want to know how to make lead just as valuable as gold? Go on, BSR. I'm waiting. That sounded fucking terrible. I'm waiting. Go ahead. You're going to tell me? Because I'm about to hit this thing and be done. My God, I almost did an hour sitting here talking to y'all. Saying how thankful I am. Fucking lame. Alright, I guess BSR is just going to leave us all edged on that note. We'll learn about this at some other time. I know, wait, I get it. Superman, right? I just saw the Superman movie. Can't he, like, smash coal into diamonds or something? Fucking Red Fox. F you, okay? The lead in my 45 is far more valuable already. Man, I'm so guilty of wanting to show off my pure firearm. Wait, that might come off completely wrong. No more words that have the initials PP. I'm eager to show my firearm off on YouTube, but I understand that is frowned upon. So on that, oh, there's BSR's end of the cliffhanger. If you want gold, guys, some lead and damn it. That shouldn't have been a mystery to me. That just goes to show you, Red Bull and working all damn day and then just pretty much hitting the live button after eating no more than a half a slice of pizza. You will not catch on quickly. This is what it's like to be a waterhead named Martha. Delusional and never truly understanding a thing. Alright, everybody, don't forget some of the things I said. I hope you all remember, and until we meet again, take care, peace out, and God bless. PP out. Big PP.